Oh, what's up, AJ? How's it going, man?
You got it wrong. You know what to say.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what you're talking about. The champ, the motherfucking champ is here, okay? Let's get
Well,
that first and
tank.
foremost. Technically,
Well, tank.
what, Casey? My
It was
Bulldogs raped TCU 65 to 7, okay? That was a 58-point fucking game. We fucking smashed the shit out of them. I'm telling all you fucking
well.
well, there isn't much TCU fans anyways. They're fucking like two of them, so it really doesn't fucking matter. But let's get back to the subject.
Yes. So this just broke. Stephanie
Yeah, I know. I
McMahon
seen it.
had resigned. How crazy
I
is
think Triple
that?
H too. I think Triple H is too, dude. If Stephanie's going, Triple H is going too. I
Well,
think it's fucking bullshit.
what was the Saw Monster says she's just gonna go resume back to what she was originally was gonna do before the whole thing's going back to as a leave of absence, not quitting, but it's wild. Yeah, this just literally just broke.
Well, you know why this is happening,
Like
right?
what?
The company's being sold. I heard several rumors. It could be the Saudis. It could be fucking um, Universal, Disney. Vince is coming back to sell that company. Nick Khan. That's why he brought Nick Khan in for the whole time to set up to make that company look profitable, so he can go and sell it. Because think about it, if they sell it for $8 billion, they're Vince, Stephanie, Triple H, and Shane and Linda. They're gonna walk out with fucking $2 billion a piece. Because you think about Stephanie and Hunter are together, so they're gonna fucking take that 1 billion each. Or maybe Stephanie's just gonna pocket herself. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
What do you think about the whole situation?
Appropriate I'm trying to get appropriate back wall.
Hey, I think your background looks
Give me a
great, dude.
second. Yeah, but I mean,
Hey, what? Hey, put that. You know that wrestling
oh,
talk
I'm gonna see if I
round
can find
table.
it.
Yeah, so put that in the background.
Yeah. I I have it on somewhere else and it's not in there. I'm trying to locate it. God dang. But let's talk about I'm gonna bring up the TMZ
See, because I got it right off
thing
Twitter, off of
about
Stephanie
the new.
McMahon's Twitter page. She had the resign paper and all that she posted on Twitter.
I
I'm
couldn't
waiting for
find that.
Paul to do it. Oh, you
Like
put
I
it? You want me to send you the link? I can send you it. Yeah, I'll send
yeah,
it to you. Hold on.
send me the link.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you right from her Twitter.
Let's see if I can do this share screen show what's going on here. Showed the TMZ. Come on, it's lagging like a motherfucker. Load up. So I'm gonna read this while it's gonna finally load. It says Steph took over her dad in July 2022 after he resigned since the investigation with the alleged Vince was accused of using WWE funds to pay the women in hush money Oh, you're done. Okay, for a second. There you go. What the fuck? This is a shit show and a half. You know what? I think we're gonna have to record this in the stream because it's like a shit show and a half. But
check the Twitter DM.
yeah, it says
It's in the
that
group chat.
she's.
No. The link what I sent you. That's straight from her account.
Well, I seen what she typed.
Yeah.
But obviously, this is about Vince taking back over.
Yeah,
the board.
It's basically it.
I mean,
it's
there's no
basically
coincidence.
Right.
I mean, and well, it says that he's here to help to negotiate the WWE TV deals coming up, but it's just weird because Stephanie was going to take time off before this whole thing has happened. There was allegedly she knew about all these misconducts that Vince did. That's
I believe
why
it.
she. I wouldn't doubt it either. But now Nick Khan is fully sole of the CEO position.
He's stripped.
Someone just came in here.
Oh, it's Tex.
Who's that?
What's up?
That's not my name.
Hey, what's up, Tex?
That's not my name.
Oh, you're
Dixie Nordstrom.
Dixie Normus.
That's how Stetson Bennett feels right now.
Yeah, I'm glad that they could pull him out of his retirement home, because he's like 50 years old in college football. But it's okay. Have your win.
Hey, that's back-to-back undefeated season, 15-0.
I'm glad I'm glad you inbreds have something, with the cousin love and all there in Georgia and whatnot.
Hey, you're the same way, man. You're down south too. So is Casey. So if I'm an inbred, you're an inbred, and Casey's an inbred.
No. There's a difference in a Texan and a southeastern redneck. Texans don't.
I'll take southeastern redneck. I'll take fucking southeast redneck. That's fine.
In Texas, we don't kiss our sisters when we turn the lights off. That's what they do in Georgia.
Okay.
So.
Hold on.
Hey, it's all good.
So you kiss your sister with the lights on?
Well, see, I don't have a sister, but
I don't either.
No, we don't diddle family. Like, that's a rule in Texas. You don't diddle family. In Georgia, it's recommended, though.
What? So. No, it's not. Fuck off.
It is. It is.
No, it ain't.
I'm pretty sure that isn't that the
So you're saying AJ Styles does that then?
I'm not saying he does, but it's a possibility. I don't know his life.
What's going on, Bam? How's it going, bud? All I'm gonna say to you, Texas, respect to you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I said, I never said TCU was gonna
blow anybody. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But that motherfucking snow blowing, he's getting his ass chewed out tomorrow. I'll tell you that much. Make sure you watch the show. That motherfucker, that TCU. Send me a TCU jersey. I'll wipe my ass with that shit and ship it right back to you. How about that?
See, that's the best thing about football is the shit talk back and forth.
See, no matter which team you're rooting for. I'll never shit talk.
Yeah, it's fun.
Tex, he wants us to call him champion when it was a team.
No, you already saw my statement. You already saw my statement in the DM group about how I feel about that. He won nothing. The Georgia Bulldogs won. He just likes the team. So
that's my favorite team. So of course I'm gonna fucking say
this we thing never happened. He said,
if your Aggies was the other way around, if your Aggies were my dogs, you would be saying the same bullshit.
Right, but I'm not going to my friends and say, "Oh, you gotta call
It's a joke. Now, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick, just like you."
That's why I'm yanking your chain, you
I
diddle
know.
hopper. Of course, come on now.
Shut up, hillbilly.
It's like if the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl and like
That'll never
we're trying to
happen.
go and we're going to try to get the Lombardi trophy. It's like, hey, we won too, right? I mean, that's our team.
Well,
So
okay,
where's
see,
our
That's how I see it.
let's play this out, Casey. If we go by AJ's rule here of if your team wins whatever title they have, you're the champ. Well, you and I are both Cowboy fans, so who's champ? Because there can only be one, right? Or do we
Obviously,
call
the
each other
Tech.
champ? Or
Well,
do how does this work? I mean,
This is how I see it. Because Tex is more dominant than Casey, so it obviously would be Tex. Sorry, Casey. I mean, it's just the realism.
well,
I was
if
gonna,
if we're going to do the measuring stick of who's the bigger Cowboy fan, I only have Dallas Cowboy merchandise, and I've seen you wearing Jets jerseys before, so I'm pretty sure you're eliminated. So
that's why I said
just
you're the
saying.
more dominant. Casey's the inferior. It's the honest to God truth. I love you, Casey, but it's the truth. You fucked up when you wore that Jets jersey.
Well, hold on. I thought, I mean, maybe we could use the fantasy rules. So
No, it don't work that way.
We could be co-champions.
Well,
So
okay, we can be co-champions as long as the game is canceled. How about that? Then I'll agree.
See, the thing is, why don't we, like, I'll get the top half of the Lombardi trophy, and you take the bottom half. We'll just cut this thing in
Why
half.
does he want you to be on bottoms? That's kind of weak, isn't it?
That's weird. Is that like a passive-aggressive homosexual passive?
Well, you know,
That's what it's. Well, this is Casey we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Hold on, you want to split the trophy right down the middle, or you just want to split it like that way?
I tell you what, I'll take all the glory, and you can be the towel boy that cleans up after the best I can offer. It's the best I can do for you. You still get to be part of the celebration. You're just cleaning up after it's done. You know?
Wow.
So
well,
but all mad respects to you, Tex. Though your team didn't show up.
It was a good game. It was a good game. Like I said, I didn't get to see all of it. I was having to shear a goat for a stock show today.
Oh,
but
okay.
Now I caught maybe 2/3 of it. I wanted to see the rest, but
the game was over at fucking first quarter.
Yeah, I saw the first probably 30 minutes of it, maybe almost. So I saw about half of it. You know.
Yeah.
So what's this news about McMahon retiring or something?
Stephanie McMahon's stepping down.
Yeah, she's already stepping down.
They're selling the company. We've said
that's what I've been saying.
I've been saying this for a year and a half. They're selling the company. It's good. That's the only reason Vince came back was because he didn't trust anybody else to sell the company. That's all this is.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, well, I guess she can have her. She still has stock in the company, so when they sell it, she's gonna have a buttload of money. Same thing with Triple H.
Oh,
I'm sure Nick Khan.
All the McMahons are gonna make. Oh yeah, they'll all make tons of money here. That's a given.
Millions.
You know what I mean?
Well, Vince will get the billions. I think that the Stephanie and Triple H and the other ones will probably get just millions, not billions, from this deal.
Oh well, Vince is going to make sure that his bunch comes out on top no matter what. You know what I mean?
This is it.
I think so. I was waiting for him to fucking respond.
You that case?
Oh, I must have froze.
JR, are you there?
Oh, damn.
You must be on that Wi-Fi. Oh, and he's gone. Casey starts a stream and leaves it. Go for it. Oh, he leaves it twice. There we go.
Yep. So I guess we're taking the ship. We're going to burn the ship.
This is the professional, level that we operate on Casey's Raw YouTube channel.
Yep,
Casey just leaves streams midway. He's like, F it, I'm out of here. Y'all have fun.
Well, you know what? I mean, I run on duct tape and bubble gum, so I mean,
right.
And
you can just go squirrel at any moment. Just leave. You just,
And not only that, coat hangers too. So I mean, that's how
coat
my
hangers
reception.
too.
Yeah, I have
You
a
know,
coat hanger reception.
coat hangers would explain a lot about your life. Maybe your mother used one to kind of get you out of there quicker than normal. That would
Damn.
make
Oh
a
my
lot of sense.
god!
That would make
Casey grabbed
that
it.
would
He
make
grabbed the
sense.
coat hanger and fucking came out.
she was trying. She was trying to
She was trying.
scramble me. She was trying to scramble me, but I'd hold on to the hook.
He just thought it was his first toy when she reached up in there with it.
His
Well,
chubby little
See,
fingers
folks,
thought they were
see,
toys.
folks, where else are you going to get jokes about abortion on YouTube than in Casey is Raw right here, buddy?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, would it be? Oh, I guess it would be illegal then. Right now, I mean,
Well, then you have to go to prison for being alive because you're an abortion baby. So
that's right.
sorry, we
But
might have to give you we might have to give you the death penalty just to finish off the job your mother didn't do.
oh my god! But it's definitely looking obvious. Like they're gonna sell this fucking company.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
there's no
agree.
doubt about it. Well, Vince knows wrestling is dead.
Oh yeah, it's
McMahon,
been
he
dead
knows
for a
wrestling
long
is dead.
time.
No, there's no. Look at it this way: they've brought back every superstar of the past that they can. They've done every dream match. You know, you can only bring back John Cena so many times before nobody cares. You know,
Or Hulk
The
Hogan
Rock
or The Rock
or
or
Hulk
Stone
Hogan
Cold.
or Steve Austin's really the only one, and that's because only he came back once. He's already training. He's training right now. You know he's coming back again at some point in the future.
Oh yeah.
Stone Cold's the only one that's left that hasn't had 15, returns to the ring or whatever. So,
I mean, shit. Look at Ric Flair. I mean, the guy said he has his last match, and
That's a fossil right there.
I'm still pushing for Ric Flair to be in the Rumble and win it. And I think that would be
Oh, my
tremendous.
God.
What,
I
and have
would
a heart
love
attack inside the ring?
No, he can do just like he did in the 92 Rumble. He starts off at 1 and then he just disappears for 45 minutes. And then at the end, he tosses over somebody else and he gets to go to WrestleMania one more time.
Oh, I thought he stayed in the match during the whole time.
He did, but he wasn't in the ring the whole time. He'd do the whole thing where he'd lay out on the side or he'd go under the ropes or whatever, you know what I mean? So, I mean, he went the length of the Rumble, but he wasn't fighting the whole time. Like half the match, he's laying in the corner watching people. Just go back and
No,
look
he
at
wasn't
it.
like Shawn Michaels when he went from bell to bell without.
Well,
Well,
even
same way
Shawn
with
did.
Chris Benoit. He did the same
Even
thing
Shawn
too.
did the same thing. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way that it works. You know what I mean? But,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's an hour-long match. I mean, plus, I mean,
this is going to sound weird to me to say, but I kind of want Tony Khan to buy WWE. And
Oh my God! I was just about to tell you something. I know. Go ahead.
I want Tony Khan to buy WWE, and I want him to run it all in the ground. I want him to be the one to kill pro wrestling, so everybody can see what kind of a crappy booker he actually is.
Well, he's a
that would
fucking
be
mark.
tremendous.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Tony Khan, hey, his daddy's got the money, right? Shad Khan, owns
yeah, they got $11 billion.
They got the money, so let them buy WWE. Let Tony Khan run it with his cocaine habit and everything else. So whenever Tony Khan finally has his Herb Abrams moment and just has a heart attack and dies, wrestling's dead. And then everybody has to admit, oh yeah, that Tony Khan, he kind of sucked. What were we thinking? You know what I mean? So
well, there's like 3 options right now on the books for who's possibly going to buy it that they've confirmed that could buy it. It's the Saudis, the fucking NBC Universal, and Disney. Those are the 3 companies that they said.
Could you imagine those ragheads buying WWE and running like?
Oh yeah,
There's no more women's division. This whole women's revolution is done. That's never going to be a thing.
Well, I mean, they're having women's matches in Saudi now.
Yeah, but they have to wrestle with from the chin down covered. Who wants to see?
Yeah, who wants to see that?
I hate to say this. I'm surprised they don't do this. Have them.
Oh wait! Oh, hang on. If the I would actually pay to see one of those matches, to watch them women have to wrestle with them dresses on over their faces and whatnot.
It's like you're wondering who won.
I got one
Right.
fantasy one. Someone to buy it. Imagine this. Just picture this right here. Ted Turner comes out and fucking buys WWE.
TSS2 says Rick versus Roman Reigns. Oh, yes. Oh, I like it.
Oh God!
Could you imagine Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, getting that 17th title win over the greatest superstar of all time? That'd be amazing.
Dude, he barely survived that 6-man tag team match.
Hey, if it wasn't for the Nature Boy, Roman Reigns wouldn't have a place to go work. Okay, so he owes him one. I think Roman Reigns should put Ric Flair over clean in the main event at WrestleMania, whatever year this is. I think it's owed to it. Just one more for the Nature Boy. That's all I'm saying.
No,
So,
but what do you think, Tex?
About what?
About Ted Turner buying WWE. Imagine that.
No.
I'd rather Eric Bischoff buy it.
Bischoff said he wouldn't do it. He talked on his podcast. He wouldn't do it.
I know. How fun would that be to see old smiling,
Yeah, but Ted Turner would be more of it, though.
Yeah, but Ted Turner kind of got punked out within his own company, so that
exactly.
watered it.
Oh, he got screwed out. I mean,
he got screwed out of his own company. What's the sweet revenge of doing it again all over and stealing Vince in his company?
If Ted Turner gets it, I hope he gets the discounted price like McMahon got for WCW.
Exactly.
That would be funny.
No.
You'd be like, oh well, give us $1.5 million and it's yours.
No.
Oh, okay. Ka-ching, there you go.
Okay, what about this though? Think about this, guys. Whoever does buy WWE, regardless of the 3 options I said, because that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Do you think there's liquidation that companies come up for sale and they can buy them? Like the WCW, ECW, the territories, all that footage.
I don't see why not.
No. I think so. They could, but okay. There's no value in WWE as a whole. Where there is value is the video library, the trademarks. And everything else, the trademarks. The company itself is just like when WCW or ECW sold. That's nothing but some rings and some equipment. You know what I mean? That's nothing. But the library is worth a lot. I don't see how the collection of companies that WWE has attained over the years is where the money is. I don't see them splitting that up. I mean, what are you going to do? Sell just the ECW footage off for $1.5 million or something? You know what I mean?
They could possibly do it. Think about it. Paul Heyman could do it. He could buy it.
They could, but it's worth more together. If they're smart, they keep it all.
But what I'm saying is, whoever buys it can always liquidate those companies out of WWE.
Yeah, why would you though? If you let's say you're buying WWE and you get WWE, WCW, ECW, every other territory that they put out of business, everything. Why would you piece that out when you've got the whole puzzle? Well, why are you going to sell off the corner piece or the middle piece? You know what
I mean? I think it's not bad. I don't think it's a bad idea. This is what I do. I would keep the video library for everything.
But you can't. If you're selling a company, you have to, whatever company it is, you have to sell the library with it.
No, you don't.
That's how WCW did. They sold the rings.
WCW was going out of business when that happened.
Okay, and you're not saying the WWE isn't? I mean, come on. It's the only reason why Vince is coming back.
They're being bought.
What's going on, television?
I think the most likely scenario here is probably going to be Comcast, Universal, NBC, whatever. Yeah. I think they're the ones that end up buying it. If I had to bet, since they already have the network for 5 or 6 years, they're already in business with them. Now the only hang-up is I don't know how long SmackDown's going to be on Fox.
It's the same deal as a 5-year deal, just like Raw was.
Was it a 5-year deal? Well, I'm sure that.
And it's coming up. That's why Vince is back.
I'm sure they can work something out, but good luck to WWE when they're owned by a television station. Look what happened to WCW.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Right. No
Exactly.
TV deal. The company's pretty much dead in
Right.
the water.
Yeah, especially let's say they like the trajectory, the ratings been going for years, for decades.
Ratings are garbage. They could barely get over 1 million people to watch Monday Night Raw.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Barely. Yeah, I mean that's even in the bad times, Raw get 3 to 4 million people.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I'm talking like after the Attitude Era. I'm talking like in the 2000s. So it's a little. Wrestling's dead. It's
Mhm.
there's too much competition. I mean, we've all said these things 1,000 times. There's nothing left. The the bloom's off the rose, as they say. The only people who care anymore are the hardcore fans, and you see that's about 1 million people. So
Yeah.
hmm
Well, I mean, I think that's 1 million people with cable. I mean, look at SmackDown; they get 2 million viewers.
right, but what else are you going to watch on a Friday night at 7 o'clock on regular television if you don't have cable?
Nothing
I mean,
really.
back in the day, we had TGI Friday lineup.
Yeah, but that was back in the day. Not no more. It's
I
gone.
mean, we don't have that no more. I mean, I would.
Well, I think wrestling itself is. I mean, it's always been a niche product, but it's even more niche than it's ever been. And
hmm
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's all bad because there's some entertaining stuff too in modern wrestling. But
Bloodline.
as a whole,
That's debatable.
blood, I like it, but some days I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do something a little different here.
Yeah.
But that's what they do. That's very subjectual to the situation.
See,
But
I mean, unlike you guys, I do actually like AEW because
I never said I hated AEW. I just don't like the fact of the matter they're on a Turner Network station, and Turner didn't want wrestling on their networks. That's what pissed me
no,
off.
it wasn't Turner didn't want it. It's
Yes, it was the executives.
the executive. Yes, Turner. Ted
No,
Turner.
Yeah, I know, dude. You're talking about a WCW fan. I'll tell you,
Yeah.
Ted Turner loved WCW.
Yeah.
There was the executives that didn't want it on there. As soon as Ted lost power, that was gone. That was it.
And that's another thing why I mean, what the fuck is Ted Turner doing anyways? Why would
He's in his fucking log home in fucking Wyoming. That's where he
he's
lives right now.
probably putting his human skin on because he's part of the NWO being a reptile. But
Oh come on, Tex. That's come on
hey,
now.
let's not forget he owns CNN and he pushed
He
all
doesn't
this
own CNN
globalism.
no more.
Ted Turner was a component for all this globalism stuff. I mean, as much as I love WCW, I
Look,
have to call a spade a
hold
spade.
on. No, you're not getting it right there. You understand that Ted Turner was not into that kind of shit. CNN wasn't the libtard station that it was
I
25, 30 years ago.
I can connect Ted Turner to the Georgia Guidestones and the New World Order and Illuminati and everything else, sir.
I don't
We can go
think
down
so.
to a whole different kind of.
Vince McMahon is that.
I can get real Alex Jones on this show, but that's a show for a different day because I'm going to be here a while. But
I don't think so. He was trying to save the planet. He wasn't trying to fucking do demonish bullshit.
Let's also not forget Ted Turner was the one that got rid of the term foreign object in wrestling because it was
my
racist.
God. What did they call it? What did they call it?
Now, was that Ted or was that the executives at Turner? Because you got to remember.
I always heard it was Ted. I always heard Ted was responsible for that.
Oh my God.
Because that was prior to Bischoff and all them coming in. This was like early 90s.
Was this Jim Hurds?
God, I
because that might have been Jim Hurd. Because you got to remember, Ted Turner was not really a part of WCW. He just owned it.
I've always heard that was credited to Ted Turner, so I don't know. I'm not sure. But
well, I mean, you got to remember, we're the same age, damn near. So, like, we were little kids back then. We never knew any of that shit.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It is what it is. I know. I'm just saying. I mean, McMahon, Turner, all of these global millionaire rich people, they're all the same. They're really no different.
Yeah, we get
It's just
TSS
that.
one of those,
We
right?
get that though. TSS. Me and Tex, we know what's going on nowadays.
TSS
We
brought up
know.
a good point. I mean,
Oh yeah.
a lot of those executives are gone, and
Well, yeah.
Well,
they broke up with AOL.
well,
I mean, that's a great point.
and there's another thing to look at here is, I mean, just from that aspect of it, Warner Brothers was just sold. They've
Yeah.
got David Zaslav as the head of it now for Warner Brothers Discovery.
Mhm.
They're making a ton of changes within that whole company. You know, TNT and TBS are going to feel it eventually, and
Oh yeah.
who knows what happens with? I mean, they may not like barely getting a million people for a primetime show that costs them as much money as it does like AEW.
Here's an idea. I just thought about it.
That could get sold too, just like with this.
I was just about
Stephanie
to say
McMahon.
that. I was just about to say that. Could you imagine WWE and AEW go away at the same time?
Oh my god!
Wow. Right? How funny would it be if Impact was the one left standing
Oh.
after all these years?
Oh my
How
god!
hilarious would that be?
That would be
Oh
like
my god, I would laugh my ass off to
That's
think
like-
that.
that's like the nuke dropping, and then the only thing survive is cockroaches and Twinkies.
Right. It's like America and America's WWE.
Yeah,
Russia is AEW. They both nuke each other to
Makes sense.
oblivion. But the only country left is like Australia, way on the other side. Nobody even paid attention to until they're the only ones left. That'd be
Yeah.
hilarious.
well, I mean, technically, Australia doesn't exist.
Yes, we know
Flat
your
earther.
truths there, Casey.
But God, TNA, I can't believe they're still in business after, especially the
22 years.
Yeah, 22 years.
Well,
but
21 years.
Well, but 10 years of you're pretty sure they're going to shut down.
Well, they have been branded like 4 times.
Now, given the McMahon or Stephanie McMahon stepping down, I'm guessing she stepped down as of today. I've been out of the loop.
Yeah.
I haven't.
It was less than 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it just
Okay,
broke.
so
5 o'clock.
but sometime this afternoon, we heard she resigned. And in reality, she probably resigned yesterday or this morning or something.
Probably.
So, what do y'all think the time frame is for Nick Khan putting this thing on fire sale to the highest bidder? What do
I
you think?
say 6 months.
6 months, a year?
I say
Well-
6 months.
What they were saying, like Soul Monster, I listened to, he said it's going to be between 3 and 6 months. I mean,
Okay.
it's coming.
I mean, that's a good number. It's a good number. I would agree with that. I mean,
he brought up, that Warner Discovery company, but the problem is they bring in and they freaking cut a bunch of stuff. They cut a lot of the dead weight. So I don't see this Warner Discovery picking them up. Honestly, I think it's got to be NBC straight up.
I'll be real honest with you. I would like to see Warner Brothers Discovery buy WWE, put it on HBO Max exclusively. Don't even worry about television. They've got the money. Warner Brothers Discovery has the money to throw around to buy this company. You could. I would basically do what Eric Bischoff was going to do if he bought WCW and just redo everything.
Mhm.
Just take it off TV for a couple months, let everybody clear the air, really evaluate who you need on your roster. Because let's be real, half of the people that WWE has hired, they don't ever use them.
I agree, Tex. The one question is that,
Reevaluate. Yeah.
what do you do if with a dead brand company? Because basically it's dead. What do you do?
WWE, I don't think you can kill let's say they took a 2-month hiatus. WWE is a big enough brand. 2 months is not going to kill it.
Oh, no, that's like fucking
Well,
Walmart.
they said that with WCW too. Look how hot we were
Right.
in 97, 98.
Right. But let's not forget, and as much as I love WCW, that is my brand. We all know this. This is no secret.
Yeah, same here. Come on, I love my Georgia Bulldogs. Everything Georgia.
What WWE is now with the lineage that they have and all of the other companies added into it is bigger than anything WCW ever could have been.
Oh, it could have been greater if we actually pushed it.
You know, and let's be honest, during that 2-month break, you just go run old episodes, you know, just to keep it the name fresh in everybody's mind. Be like, oh well,
or
July the 15th, or best ofs, you know, run documentaries, do whatever, just keep the product fresh in their minds. But you come back with a new logo, a fresh approach, and you know, restart.
One more thing. What do you do? Do you rebrand the company? Do you keep it as it is? Do you do what station is it going to be on? Because you got to have a station. Is it going to be TNT or TBS?
No, you do what I said. I'd put it on HBO Max on the streaming app.
See, the thing is, if you
but that's not going to survive.
I mean, no one's gonna. I mean, only the hardcore people will sub to that just to watch.
Do you realize how many users HBO Max has on that app? That's like probably the biggest streaming service out there right now.
Really?
I would argue.
I figured it'd be like something like Netflix or Discovery.
I would argue that HBO Max and you also can't forget, at some point here in the near future, they're also going to be merging the Discovery app with HBO Max to where it's one gigantic thing. So if you take all of those people from the Discovery app, you put them with who already has HBO Max, and then you put WWE on that, you're going to have a whole lot of people that have access to your content.
Right, but that's just too weird to think about it that, you know, Warner Discovery owns WWE, that used to own WCW. Now WCW's back where it belongs on there. It's just weird.
You know, it's Michigan almost beat the
When did Michigan beat the Bulldogs? I'm trying to remember this.
That's a good one, Davey. But that's what I'm saying. He's yanking your chain. But no, I mean, that's the whole thing. Is if like I said, if I were Zaslav, the head of Warner Brothers Discovery, I look at this situation as, hey, we need constant new content for our streaming service. We've all heard the talk about AEW going here, this and that, whatever. What if you've got the money to spend? Would you rather buy WWE or little old AEW?
Well, obviously,
I say both.
Well, no, see, here's the thing: if you want to buy AEW, you can make your own and then hire a bunch of indie retards that will kill themselves for nothing. That's easy. What you can't buy is the lineage and the legacy that WWE comes with.
Oh, I understand.
WCW, ECW, NWA, everything else that comes with it, all of these other territories, WCCW, you know, all of the stuff that comes with it. AEW,
Smoky Mountain.
AEW doesn't have that. You have so much content from step one. That used to be the WWE network that everybody still cries because it's not a thing, right?
Yeah, so I kind of wish it was the same, though.
You can give them WWE Network again, and you don't think they wouldn't subscribe for that?
But they got to make sure it's all uncensored and not cut up how WWE or Peacock
and see, that's the thing. See, that's the thing. If you're on a streaming platform, you're behind the paywall. You no longer have to adhere to any, you know, ratings
SJW liberals.
Well,
anything else. That all goes away.
Peacock censors the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, look at WrestleMania 6, the Piper one when he's half black, half white. That fucking is gone. That's cut.
Well, and it would be real simple. Let's say you wanted to have, excuse me, if you wanted to have something a little more PG, a little more tame, you can have that, and then you can have your unedited show, your as it was show, the one where Steve Austin does whatever, or somebody says whatever, where Roddy Piper is half black, or whatever you want it to be. When you've got the money that Warner Brothers Discovery has, they already have the capability to stream this stuff. They've got a place to put it.
Right.
It's a natural fit. Why sell WWE and move it from USA Network to MTV or whichever
Well,
other channel?
maybe you should
It's
tweet
not
at
going to
him,
get any more
Tex.
viewers. Yeah, like
Well, you
I get like 50 people on a good day who would actually look at one of my tweets. I'm going,
Dude, I get like 2 or 3. Are you kidding me?
I think my highest engagement is like 49. So
My
I,
highest is probably like 20.
it's all good. But
well,
I'm not saying anything that everybody else hasn't said 100 times.
Right.
None of this is new stuff. It's just relevant stuff. So
who figured this is gonna happen? I mean, years
It was
ago.
eventually going to happen, Casey. It was
I
just
think
when.
five. I say
people
5
have been
years
saying
ago.
for years that WWE was going to be sold. I've been saying it for 2 or 3 years myself. We knew
Well,
this was coming.
I would say 5 years ago. I would say no, not a chance in hell, because I
Okay,
mean,
little Vince McMahon over here.
I'm just
Hey,
saying. I mean,
I know.
they're
Kidding.
pumping in so much money. I mean,
but it
unless
makes sense to sell. Think about it. If you're Vince McMahon, you spent your life to build this company.
True.
You sold your soul to build this company.
True.
Now you're watching your kids and your grandkids in the future going to piss this company away till it's worth nothing.
Yep.
Wouldn't you step in and say, "Hey, I'm going to sell this before there's no value here"?
Right. It's valuable right now. It's better to sell it now.
This is a mercy kill. This means because if he steps in and sells now, his family in future can get will be able to reap the reward from his work.
Right.
If Triple H and Stephanie keep ruining everything like they are, ain't gonna be worth nothing. So
Yeah.
well,
Makes sense. I mean,
I still think it's going to be NBC because they still have like 2.5 years for the WWE being on their streaming service. I mean, they would have to annul that shit, or they had to work a deal out with Peacock because they still have.
that's why all those high powered attorneys get paid to do is negotiate contracts.
yeah, exactly. Not to
It
mention
might
it's
be
the
2.5
highest bidder.
years. It might be 6 months. We don't know. They may say, okay, we will, NBC might say, we're buying the company, but this contract doesn't go into effect until January 1st of 2026 or whatever it is.
I was just about to say that.
Right. Well, that if WWE continues to be successful, because I don't see WWE getting any better. They're not willing to do what it takes. Mm-hmm. Think about it. They do they like to do the little soft reboots. They're not willing to say, okay, this sucks. Nobody likes it. Let's just nuke it and restart, because that's what needs to happen.
That, and they don't have real competition. AEW is not competition. Even though Vince will want to say it's not, it's.
Well, I also think they're being handcuffed for a couple
Who
of
is?
reasons. The WWE, because one, they're public, so they gotta adhere to shareholders. They gotta please their sponsors, but
look at it this way though, they already swear on WWE TV. Now they don't do it a lot, but they do it a little bit here and there. I mean, they've let Brock Lesnar do it. I've heard Roman Reigns say swear words. The big stars get to say swears, right, on TV. They already have racy content. I mean, look at the way some of the women dress on there on a weekly basis. So, what else are they going to do with a TV 14 rating or higher that they're not already doing?
I mean, they were to bring back Blood back. Not only that,
yeah, that ain't happening.
Well, okay, Blood. Look at AEW. They can't have a show without 15 people almost bleeding to death.
Yeah, I know. That's so stupid.
I mean, I love blood, guts, and gore. That's all of my favorite movies are covered in blood. I love my slasher films, but it time and place here. if I'm going to watch a John Moxley match, I only need to see one because every one of them is the same. Halfway through, he's going to be bleeding like Ric Flair on a bad day, and somehow he's going to come out with the win. That's pretty much how it goes. So I just think wrestling itself, no matter the company, it's never going to be what it was.
Jay
Oh,
Dead makes a
definitely.
point.
Have a 24-hour streaming TV station. Didn't WWE?
Yeah,
They
it's
did that
WWE 24/7.
Just to say,
Yeah.
they did that already.
That's what happened before the network came in.
Yeah. Well, I think the network was supposed to be an actual channel. Then they're like, oh,
That's what WWE 24/7 was. It was on Comcast.
Well, okay, but here. Does anybody remember the television channel Chiller? It was
Yeah,
on satellite.
I remember it.
Chiller was a 24/7 horror channel. That's all
Yeah.
it was. Nothing but scary content. And it was cool for somebody like me. I watched it all the time.
Didn't it turn into Shudder?
It turned, yes. That's
what I
Shudder
thought.
became.
Yep,
streaming
that's what I. Yep,
That's what
I
it
remember.
was. But the reason why it failed on TV was because the general public doesn't care to watch scary movies 24/7.
Yeah, because they're soft.
Yeah. Right.
They're
It's
soft
not
like
their
Max
thing.
Duggan.
They wait until, hey, you wait till he's in a cowboy uniform winning Super Bowls, buddy, because that's going to happen. So
You know what?
wait.
I just thought about that. What if Max Duggan, because he's going away this year to get drafted, what if he gets?
Jerry Jones called him and told him that he wanted him to be a
I
cowboy.
was just about to say that, and just imagine this: Stetson turns around the Atlanta Falcons, and they meet at the
What?
Super Bowl. No, they can't
What?
because they're both NFC.
Whenever he's 55 years old and about to retire. Who has a 30-year-old college quarterback?
25, on. Thank you. 25.
25. Come on. Like I said, he's the Van Wilder of college football. He can't get out of school. That's all he is. Either way, back to what we were talking about. I'm trying not to, go all, whatever.
Hey, we got that for tomorrow.
It's a. I don't think. I mean, obviously, the WWE 24/7 it didn't work out best. Didn't use the rest of the catalog to fill the other time, so it's WWE. I think
they have to have.
Go ahead, guys.
While you're thinking, I was going to say I think they had to have something free because I think they need something to promote,
like a free trial.
Yeah, not only that,
like how the WWE Network used to be.
Yeah,
and
but also, I mean, I still think there's got to be an actual TV show, and have.
Well, I like that idea. Bring back the WWE 24/7, and they show like on Mondays the old Raws, the old Nitro, stuff like that. I think that's a good idea. That and then you do like the Thursday show. You bring on SmackDown and fucking Night and Thunder, and then when they go back to reboot WWE, you come out with something fresh, like Tex said, with a new logo, a new theme, a new everything. A new feeling. Like how Eric said he was going to do with the Big Bang with WCW. You do the same thing with WWE.
Honestly, I just like I said, if I were buying it, I would put it on the shelf for long enough. People missed it, basically. And I'm talking about new content, obviously. You can, like I said, play old episodes, do whatever you need to do. That's fine. But you reevaluate your rosters, you slim it down. Mm-hmm. That way it's not. The problem with WWE now is they're not as successful because their operating level is up here and they have to make that much money. If you lower the operating level, and you make more than that, you're a success. They need to simplify the business down. They've gotten so big that
they got too big for their britches.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, the only reason why they're so big right now is, they're not selling out these buildings like they used to.
No, dude, it's half full.
Ain't nobody selling out arenas, AEW or WWE. Nobody is.
Yeah, and yeah, they're making money when they go to Saudi Arabia. I think they get 50 million every time they go there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm concerned about the Saudis buying it because, like you just said,
Yeah, they
they're
make
making
money,
50 million.
but they make money, but the Saudi prince or whatever wants to see like Yokozuna versus Ultimate Warrior. That's what he wants to see.
Yeah,
You know,
both dead.
I remember when they
Yeah.
bought this random sumo wrestler guy out of nowhere in that the greatest Royal Rumble. I was like, who the fuck is this sumo wrestler? I'm like, that's not Yokozuna. I'm like, he's dead, yeah.
I don't think I watched that one, Greatest Royal Rumble. I don't think I watched that one.
It was stupid.
It was where it was 50 men wrestling, and it was Braun Strowman who won it and got not only a fucking trophy, he got a green belt that you never saw again.
Well, the problem with the shows over in Saudi is they come on like a Friday afternoon, and you're not able to watch them. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but you can still I mean, that's the good thing with the network. You can watch it anytime at your leisure, but like, who wants to watch this shit when it's not live?
I still say yes, but I mean I do agree with that. Well, it's much better on a live basis than a pre-recorded, but I think it's best on behind a paywall so they can do what they want to do.
What's up, Foot Rub? That's JC.
Is that Foot Rub?
Yeah, that's Foot Rub.
Insane Root?
Yeah.
Did he get a new name or something?
He changes his name all the time, but the only way you could tell he has it jumbled up like that.
Yeah. What's up?
But the only way they're making their money is through these TV deals. Imagine if, I mean, the first reason they made the network is when it was right after WWE went back to USA, and when their deal was coming back up.
Yeah, it was 2007.
Yeah.
I remember that.
USA didn't give them a good price. They barely gave them a raise. So they're like, well, you know what? We're going to start our own network just in case, this happens. We could still run something. And
that's where the 24/7 came in.
Well, but here lies the problem for me, though. We see how big of an audience WWE wrestling pulls on live TV.
Mm-hmm.
Barely anybody.
Right. Less than 1 million for Raw. 2 million for SmackDown.
If we're looking at a TV deal for what they legitimately deserve, it's not what they've got now.
Oh, no.
So you put, you take the product, you put it on the shelf for a couple months. Like I said, do best ofs or run old shows, do whatever. Just keep the name around. You change everything. I mean, faces of the company. Obviously, you keep certain stars. You have to do that. You can't someone like Roman Reigns you can't let them go, or a Seth Rollins or whatever. You can't let go of a Brock Lesnar. Those are the big guys, right? A Cody Rhodes, I guess, would be on that list. You can't let go of these guys, but you rebrand it, you make it something completely different, something completely new, and sell it in a different way. Not by, we're moving from USA to the Lifetime channel or Comedy Central or whatever channel it ends up on.
Lifetime.
It's gotta be different. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not the weirdest thing. I mean, shit, ECW and SmackDown was on fucking Sci-Fi at one point.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
So was Raw and TNN.
I love the Sci-Fi channel. I love those. I love the movies that play on there. The crocodile versus the sharktopus. I love stuff like that. But nobody's going to go there to watch wrestling. Sorry, not going to work. So, honestly, How many people even pay for cable these days? I wonder.
I mean,
Like, how
I'm
big
still
is that
paying
audience?
for it. I mean,
No,
that's just me though.
not a lot. I mean, my mom pays for cable, but I don't hardly ever watch it. Like at one point, I told her she could take it out of my room because I don't use it. I watch
Well,
off
that's
my
like with
Fire
me.
Stick.
I cut the cord. I don't have satellite or cable. All I've got is one of those free antenna boxes that gets like 60 something channels. And guess what? That's more than plenty for me.
Is that the
I
ones
don't
you have
pay
to
a dime.
scan and shit, right?
Yeah, you go buy one of those antenna boxes and screw an
Right.
antenna into it and scan it. I mean,
Oh.
right now I'm watching episodes of Counting Cars on a freaking marathon. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
good. I don't have to pay for it.
Jay
So.
Dad. Jay Dad said he'd rather watch Pat Patterson. Than
You're a
Little-
weirdo. You're thinking
I'm pretty
that
sure.
shit.
I'm pretty sure you get put on a list for watching that, JD.
That's
That
kind of
was
weird.
You know what? I mean, Pat Patterson did some fucked up things, and
It's
The
okay
man
because
somebody wants to watch it. That's messed up.
he's paying for it in hell right now. So it all
His
worked
fat
out.
ass is getting fucking tortured.
He's probably getting the old pineapple up the backside treatment like Hitler got in Little Nicky.
Yeah, I love that movie. That's great. Dave was just talking about Grandpa, Grandma's Boy earlier on his podcast. Dave was.
I like Grandma's Boy. It's a pretty good film.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that.
We need to get him on here. We need to get the devious one on here. I was actually we were been talking, and he said, and I might get him on here and see if we can get one going.
Trying to think what.
Of course, we know J Dad.
I still say streaming service is the best way. Streaming service or go to a main network like a Fox or an NBC.
I think that's
if you want the biggest audience, you're going to go to a regular channel that you don't have to pay for.
Exactly,
that's going to be your biggest audience. But if you want unrestricted content, you go the way of streaming service.
Or do both. I mean, that's good thing.
Yeah, you can do both. You can do your PG show on Fox, on whatever. And then you can say, oh, tune into HBO Max or whichever streaming service buys it to get the more adult themed show, so it's best of both worlds. That could work as well. But I think it's pretty obvious WWE is being sold. It's just one of those things.
I mean, you guys brought up a good point. I mean, there's no upside for them. It's not like the product has made a U-turn. It's going back up like the product.
No, it's just going down.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even watch the show anymore. I wait on Monday night when Raw is on. I'll flip through the Twitter on WWE to see when either Alexa Bliss or Killer Cross or Scarlett or Brock Lesnar come up. That's about it. Everybody else, I don't care. I don't watch it. I'm not sitting through 3 hours of crap. You know what I mean? SmackDown, I do get because of regular TV. So I'll put it on in the background if I'm home, if I'm doing something, and whatever. But that's about it. So.
I mean, and that's probably why they get 2 million viewers. I mean, they get a bigger net. I mean, like you said, there's a ton of people that doesn't have cable anymore. I mean, if you didn't have, let's say the invention of DVR wasn't here, I mean, I think cable would have been dead even sooner if we didn't have DVR.
Well, there's very few shows. I'm trying to think. The only shows that I used to, let's see, hang on before I say that. J Dad says, I would pay for a streaming service for Jim Cornette sets up and schedules the program. See, something like that could be interesting. Bring in Jim Cornette to do some sort of deal, to tell, pretty much give Jim Cornette like a show where kind of like a, what am I saying? A show where a show where Jim Cornette kind of like presents like the timeline of wrestling, but he's hosting the whole thing, kind of like Joe Bob does.
But
When
would you
he
really
hosts,
want to hear that though?
Yeah.
as long as he doesn't talk politics, I'm totally down for
I
it.
mean, yeah, I like Jim Cornette. I just hate his fucking his bloody,
Well,
or what
yeah,
is it
no,
called? His liberal fucking bullshit.
yeah, no, I can't stand his politics, but I respect his opinion on wrestling.
I
Like more
understand.
often than not, I agree with him on most things when it comes to wrestling. So,
Well, I mean, I learned during
hey
the dark
guys,
side of the.
I'm gonna hop off here. We're gonna be going live over on. We're gonna be reviewing a movie tonight.
All
That's the only
right,
reason I
I'll
so
be
jumped in.
watching that. I'll be tuning in. We
yeah,
can finish
Yeah,
this discussion tomorrow.
yeah,
yeah. No,
It'll be better.
everybody.
I
I don't know the
definitely.
exact time. Maybe 30 minutes. But tune in and tune into the harsh truth. We're going to be reviewing the movie Hush. It's a
I
kind of
just
a
got the notification.
lesser known slasher film that came out in 2016. It's
Oh.
actually a really good film. So we're going to be reviewing it. But go check that out. So y'all, I'm gonna hop off here. So we'll see y'all
All
later.
right. Well,
Well,
Adios
see
for
ya.
now.
see ya tomorrow.
I'm going to the good show because this show sucks, Casey.
Ah.
You know
Yeah,
what?
this isn't
Hey,
This is
Nitro
your
or
show. This is
Raw.
your
This
show,
is just
Casey.
a hangout.
See, I'm gonna pull LeBron James. I'm gonna take my talents over to the harsh truth. All right, I'm out of here. So
see ya,
bye.
folks. Thanks for coming.
See ya.
But I mean, gosh, I mean, it's obvious that something's going down.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, Stephanie's not going to step down. Oh, it's like, oh, my dad's back on the board. I
Right.
mean, it's
Well, I
obvious.
told you, Casey, yesterday when we were talking about that.
Yeah.
That fucking it's over. Fucking Stephanie and Triple H, they're done.
I
This
don't know about
company's
as Triple.
going. No, it is. When they step down, they're down. They're done.
Well,
That's
I
it.
mean, Steph. Well, I'm hearing that Stephanie's on a leave of absence. That's what I'm hearing.
It's just a nice word. It's just a nice way of saying that my daddy's back. I'm going to step down. I'm going home and being a mom, and Triple H is leaving too. Think about it that way. It happened before.
I think Triple H loves wrestling too much to step down, unless Vince or whoever wants to push him out. Because
This is gonna push him out.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, they already kind of did when Triple H was in the hospital or recuperating from his
From the heart attack.
yeah, that he blew up NXT, and like
Yeah.
NXT was great, but I mean, it was definitely wasn't at that time the black and gold wasn't developmental anymore. It was like it was considered their third brand. It was brand C, but I mean, but nowadays it's now considered development.
Oh yeah.
But
But yeah, I think with a broader audience tomorrow, because we didn't really get that many viewers today. I think tomorrow on Nitro,
mm,
we should have this deeper conversation about it when we have everybody in there.
oh, I agree. Let's see what it says. No, Casey. She also stepped down as one of the board of directors. Oh
See?
wow!
I told you she's done, dude. It's over. Triple H and Stephanie have stepped down. They're done. That's it.
Well, I know Nick Khan.
It's over. Yeah, he's there to sell the company. It's like Vince is there to sell the company. The company is dead. It's going somewhere else. It's dead, gone, buried. Just like every other company that's came beforehand. It's gone. It's going to be sold. Whatever the fuck, whoever buys it, whatever
Well,
they decide to do with it, that's what they decide to do. It won't be Vince's problem anymore. He'll have a shit ton of money. It's like the rest of the family have a shit ton of money.
like they don't already have enough.
Oh, this is more money. Think about it. Generations through generations are going to be fucking made before they're even born.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Hell, Triple H's kids, or Stephanie's kids, fucking Shane's kids, and Stephanie's kids, they're all going to be set for life.
and then their kids for a while, and
Yeah.
probably like, and they don't have to do a damn thing.
No, except sitting on a yacht drinking champagne. That's all
Unless,
they have to worry about.
well, they still have. I think they had to be careful with their money. I mean, look
Dude,
at.
they could, if they have all this money so far, they're not gonna ever be broke.
Well, I mean, people who wins the lottery or Powerball, they don't. You think they're set for life, but like they say, after a few years, a lot of times the same people goes
Because
bankrupt.
they blow it on stupid shit. That's why they go fucking broke.
And you know they are smarter business people, so they're
Yeah, think about it. Casey, like, for example, if you fucking hit the jackpot, you would go broke in a few years because you'd buy so many fucking video games, you're fucking broke. And you have to go sell some of this shit. Don't even lie, because it's the truth.
okay. I won't lie. I mean,
You'd go back to your 9 to 5 job that you have after taking a 2 year hiatus, begging your
hey,
boss,
that's
can I
fine.
come back?
You know what? I'll be okay with that. Hey,
Right.
take 2-3 years off. I get like I would get my own house filled not only with video games, it'd be filled with arcade machines. And that's not the house I would be living. That's the collection arcade house. And obviously I would have it under lock and key and cameras. But
Right.
and then I'll have my normal house when it's like, okay, I'm done doing wherever. I'm gonna go, and it could be almost like a studio where
Are you gonna get in your fucking are you gonna get a Segway like Tommy or use a fucking go-kart to drive over? I'm
hey,
just curious.
if I'm rich enough, I mean, I guess I could do that,
What?
or
A
it could be like,
Segway or a golf cart?
or it could be something like the White House, like a mansion that, like one of the wings is just like that's the collection wing,
That's
and
just
then
the collection wing.
and on the west wing is the collection wing, and the right wing is the arcade wing, and
What about
then
the dead center?
well, obviously that's like the living room, the bedrooms. The bedrooms will be upstairs, and then obviously, I would have to have the vault in the basement.
Well, think
That
about it this way too, Casey. You'd fucking if you became rich like that, you could buy any type of pussy you wanted.
yeah, I would, and then I would have the same problem like Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
I
but
would
you're not cheating on your wife and committing adultery either, though.
true, yeah. Well, I mean, technically, right now, I don't know what we are with me and this new girl. I think we're just considered dating,
Hey,
but
you gotta take baby steps,
yeah,
especially in your situation.
but yeah, I think we definitely. I need to study up on more of this
Yeah, we'll
because
talk about more of this tomorrow on Wednesday Night Nitro, folks.
yeah,
Tomorrow, 10 o'clock, we will be
well,
live.
yeah, 9-10 o'clock ish, right around that time. Hopefully, I don't accidentally.
Oh, I'll
Uh,
wake your ass up. I'll call you. Like, wake your ass up, motherfucker. We got a show to do.
But let's go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks for everyone coming by. Sorry it wasn't really focusing on Stephanie McMahon, but
There's
uh
not much to talk about.
yeah, there really isn't. I mean,
She stepped down.
she just stepped down. I mean, the story behind it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's about two things. It's about them selling the fucking company, and it's about Vince coming back, and she probably had enough with her dad.
Oh, I believe it. All right, tomorrow, everybody, come see us. Fucking Wednesday Night Nitro,
Yep.
9-10 o'clock Eastern Standard, Pacific 9.
Same.
We'll have a party. It's gonna be me, Casey, Tex, and probably whoever else that we decide to let on
Yeah.
comes on, and we'll all just discuss whatever football, college football, wrestling, the shit we usually talk about on Wednesday at Nitro. All right, for Casey, I'll see you later, buddy.
See ya. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, AJ.
Yep, not a problem.
See you guys.
Bye. See ya.
See ya.